Hello children, parents, teachers and all the well-wishers. Welcome back to another video on communication. Communication. We do have different top communications, basic communications. The communications we need different types. Most of the communications, oral, visual, verbal, non-verbal, we call them. Verbal, oral face-to-face, verbal, oral distance. We do have. What is communication? Try to impart the information, pass on the message, either through our verbal speaking, uttering sounds, through languages, or through our gestures, our hand movements, facial expressions, music, programming, program languages, many ways. Before I just go into the communication, interesting analysis. 7,000 languages, live languages spoken on earth. 7,000. In that, 8 languages only spoken by 100 million people. And few, like 4,000 languages spoken by only 10,000 people. And 600 odd few languages spoken by 100 people. Less than 100, few. Some of the languages are going to be extinct. Extinct is you don't even know that language exists one time. Because in one part of the globe, there are only 2 living persons who know that language. But they are not ready to speak and they have resorted themselves to speak some other language. So that language is totally extinct. Mega languages on planet Earth. We do have mega languages, handful. The first one in the mega languages, Chinese. 1.2 billion speakers. Chinese language. The second one in the list, Spanish, 400 million speak. Third one in the list, English, 360 million people speak English. English is third in the mega languages of handful. The fourth one, 350 million people, speakers, Hindi language. And the fifth, around 260 odd speakers of Arabic language. These are a handful of mega languages on planet Earth. This information, ethnology, there is ultimate source of information given on planet Earth, the living languages, the people who speak these languages. Speaking these languages, learning a language is a skill. It's an art. Mother tongue we learn from our birth. Mother tries to give the mother language, mother tongue. Other than mother tongue, we learn different languages. At Indian system of education, we definitely have the 3 language formula. We learn mother tongue, we learn Hindi as a national language and a regional language or a foreign language. We learn with English. English, when you come with the communication, I would like to insist on 4 important aspects of communication in any language. LSRW. LSRW. We are very familiar with it. We follow also. Language teachers and language learners, they know this pretty well. In the communication ladder, first comes L, listening. Then comes S, speaking. Then comes R, reading. And then W, writing. Most of our communication is listening, listen more. What you listen, try to speak. What you listen, what you speak, try to read from the books. Then start writing. LSRW. This is voluminous and we shall discuss, but remember always, communication starts with L. And all our assessment and examinations are W, writing. Phonetics, the study of sounds, the language sounds, how the sound is. Linguistics, it is the meaning, relative meaning of the sounds, the language of a particular thing. English, linguistics, phonetics. Likewise in every language. We do have certain spellings for words. And we learn a word having the knowledge of words, vocabulary, knowing the meanings, syntax. Vocabulary and syntax make you more, you will be so much fluent with the language or the language you have chosen to communicate. One linguist, an English linguist, has given and made the whole auditorium go little above head with one instance. He said, we all know fish. This linguist is from West Bengal. Bengalis love fish. We all know the spelling of fish. What is the spelling of fish? F-I-S-H. But this linguist has said, I give the spelling as G-H-O-T-I. Can anyone prove me wrong? It's so shocking and surprising for all the people, all the language learners and different linguists in that auditorium when this great linguist has said, my spelling of fish is G-H-O-T-I, Goti. We pronounced it as Goti, G-H-O-T-I. It sounds. Then he started giving an explanation. F-I-S-H are the letters giving a sound fish. Taking the sounds, I give you a spelling. In the place of F, I give as GH, he said. Because whenever we write that F-I-S-H, fish, the sounds, the word R-O-U-G-H, rough, T-O-U-G-H, tough, C-O-U-G-H, cough. For all this, G-H gives the sound as fur, tough, rough. So I picked that G-H as F. He said, his explanation is that. Then when you write G-O, there is no O sound, The pronunciation in English for letter O is You have to say go. So for fish, I gave the letter O. Sound gives by G-O, go. Then whenever we write a letter, a word, mention, TI, ration, TI, where this TI sounds as sh. So at F I gave GH for first sound. I is O in go. I and O sounds alike. SH and TI, in other words, sounds alike. So my way of giving a spelling to a simple word FISH is GHOTI, that was given by a great popular linguist. When I heard this lecture, I was amazed. How beautiful is the language? The sounds, the words, phonology, phonetics, linguistics. Very interesting branch of study in any language, and particularly English language. This kind of learning helps us to understand the proper pronunciation of the word. English is international language, bridge language, most popular. 360 million people speak English on earth. Best way of communicating from one part of the globe to the other part of the globe is English, through any programming or the computers or any of the electronic media. Pick up this language. This is one of the handful of mega languages spoken on planet Earth. I want all of you to have some interest of communication, because communication is very important. When you go to buy in the market, when you go to a big mall, if the malls are closed, why most of the malls are glass entrances, glass shelves, glass windows, glass doors, everything is seen outside. If they are closed walls with the concrete and curtains, nothing is seen outside, will you be interested to go and buy? The shop which exhibits its things more, the mall which exhibits the things more, attracts the more people for the sales. It attracts the buyer. You may have beautiful thoughts in your mind. You may be the most creative. You may have so many talents. But if they are all hidden in you, if they are all suppressed in your mind without communication, without showing to others what best things you have in you, how can people know that you have a good voice unless you sing? How can people know that you are a good painter unless you paint? These are all ways of communication, and one should think about and improve the communication skills. Be blessed. Have a nice day.